Hello friends, Charmaine here and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you this vintage haul. Basically it's a mix of ephemera, furniture, stuff that I got from my father-in-law. A few months ago, he came to the UK to sort out a bunch of things and it ended up with him giving us a bunch of stuff that they were keeping in storage. It was actually a big assortment of items, but in this video, I'm sharing with you my favorite ones, stuff that I know you will love too. I'm very much excited to share these vintage treasures with all of you, so let's get started. Let's start this video with my favorite item in this vintage haul, this desk. It's in excellent condition, but it needed a little love. So as you can see, it took me a long time to pull out this arm that supports the desk itself, but I got it in the end. At the time of recording, I haven't set up my desk fully yet, so I just used it in the meantime to organize a bunch of my home fragrances. So it has these drawers, and as you can see, it's full of wax melts. The drawer pulls were difficult to pull out, so that'll probably need a little bit of oil. Anyway, it comes with this cute key that you can use to lock the desk. So I've looked up vintage versus antique versus retro. So this one's vintage because it's 20 plus years old to 99 years old. For it to be antique, it has to be 100 years or more. Whereas retro is something new that's made to look old. So with that information in mind, this is a vintage desk. A handle from one of the drawers was like broken, and it's a good thing the parts were here and I can easily fix it. The drawers were full of knickknacks that I'll go into a deep dive later on in this video. So one of the drawers contained these stamps. I'll show you the rest of the collection later on in this video. There were also a bunch of framed photos, different photos of places here in the UK. Another contained a bunch of these antique train sets. And I actually appreciate the size of the bottom drawer because it's one big length. There was also this vintage tin and this metal storage box that holds a bunch of these ephemera. And yes, we will go through the contents of this box in a bit. It's time for us to go on a deeper dive through all the other things that I've mentioned earlier. Also, my husband's father told us to keep this particular newspaper. He said it was fascinating to look at the jobs available to him at that time. And if it's not yet obvious, he is a boomer. So I got a bunch of these first cover issues. They don't have monetary value, but I just absolutely adore the details, especially on this botanical one. So they're a set of stamps issued on the first day. It even comes with like a little certificate inside. It's so cute. Now for his stamp collection. So we have some loose pages with a bunch of stamps that are sorted in various ways. I'm sure there's like a semblance of organization, but I haven't really looked into the whole lot of it. And then there's also this bag of assorted stamps as well, which I think are worth keeping as well. So I thought you guys would be more interested in seeing my father-in-law's stamp collection. So he has this like album where the stamps are sorted by the country. So each page is designated for a specific country, and you have that space for the stamps, and he's organized it very well. During that time, it was very cool to collect stamps and have pen pals. A lot of the communication were done by post, so I get the idea and excitement of wanting to collect stamps the way he did. Anyway, then we go to the next album, which was sorted according to theme, I think. I'm not quite sure, but he's got a bunch of interesting stamps on here. Like, he even took time to doodle a bunch of things. Like, for example, these are fish stamps. I still don't know what to do with these stamps. I've googled it and it says it's unlikely that they have monetary value. If anything, we have a couple of stamps that are from the 1960s and earlier, which according to the internet are the ones that have monetary value. But I'll do a deep dive sometime in the future, but for now I'll just keep these items in storage. Next, there's this collection of cigarette cards. So apparently cigarette cards were used by manufacturers to stiffen the packaging of cigarettes. So they became like trading cards, so you'd want to collect all the types of cards in a particular set. So yeah, I know what you're thinking. My father-in-law was definitely a chain smoker during his time, but I think he stopped smoking when he had kids. Anyway, they come in a variety of sets, designs, and stuff. I'll have to go through them because I read online that there were rare items in rare sets, so I will go through them at some point. There are even these, like, I think these are like silk sheets, and then they printed the flags on them. If you know anything about these collectibles or these trading cards, please let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate the help, or just let me know what I should do with them. My father-in-law traveled all the way from the United Kingdom to the Philippines by land or something crazy like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But he spent a lot of time in Asia before he went to the Philippines, where he met my husband's mom and they got married and stuff like that. So he spent a lot of time in Asia and he took a bunch of photos. But what I liked most and I was most interested in is the one that he didn't mean to give me. This little box was just accidentally included in the stuff that he gave us, and he said, oh, I meant to throw that out. But then I was like, what are these? So basically they're like the things that you put in a projector and it projects on a screen. So these are photos as well from his travels, and you put it on the projector and then you just go through them one by one and just appreciate the photo. He said he had a bunch of these, but he just threw out because he doesn't have the projector anymore. But I figured out, as you can see, I can very much show you what they look like when I put the, should I say, film against light, and you can see the images he took. Anyway, that was the last of this haul. I actually have a bunch of other things still to go through, but for now I'll end this video here. If you have any ideas, comments, or suggestions about the stuff that I just showed you, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to know what you think. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video through till the end. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!